And we'll see Zach Wilson. Everyone's still in awe of his last game.
Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Complete. It's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. Gets by him, got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball.
Touchdown, Patriots! Tariq Cohen. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Chargers in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution,
it's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Caught on the slant. And he takes it in for a notch the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, half the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Oh, no, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, there's a big play waiting to happen. Receiver K.J. Hamler as the offense returns to the field.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when you first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward.
He'll find Bateman once more.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Charger football to start quarter number 2.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Wilson. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Rashad Bateman, a 1-yard
touchdown reception, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New England's offense set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 3. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. Finding Henry here on a crossing route. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running left is Stevenson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Chargers getting set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a...
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Buying time to his left.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he comes back with one complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They go play action now. Wilson. Caught on a slant.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Swift will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots are able to move back in front.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
Well, so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. That one goes for 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Again, Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Alberto with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Jones to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunom. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Albert Okuwebunom on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So we've reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Run between the tackles with Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So out come the Chargers.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use?
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
They're going to
I think this will win awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown! Auburn 46 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out come the Patriots. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, quick completion to Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy up.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On the move to his left. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Jones. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. With that last completion, CD is now over 400 yards passing in the game. And
quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On second down, it's Stevenson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jones.
Once again, pass completed to Henry.
Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Wilson wants to throw it. Forced out to his left.
He'll find Bateman once more.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will get in across the trunk for a Chargers touchdown.
A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one to Bourne out on the left side.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Rashawn Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Jones throwing on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, 28 yards. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.